We talked about my crankbaits earlier. I also have jerkbaits. Not really a big jerkbait fan. I know they work. I've seen them work too many times before. So I had to get me a few. I pick up some here and there. This is a Rapala, or Rapala, however you say it. Jerkbait. Real long, skinny dude. Got some incredible action. I've fished it a couple times. I've had a few fish follow it. But no strikes. But just in case, as always, if the situation arises and calls for it, I believe jerkbait fishing is over with. Seeing that it's April, but you can still catch them on them. So I got a few to cover, what I may need in dark or muddy water, or shad type, bluegill representation, and regular minnows. So if the situation arrives, I got a few to throw. But like I said, I'm not that big of a fan of them. Used them a few times. Haven't really had much success on them. More than likely my fault more than the baits. But I got them if I need them. Spinnerbaits. I used to fish spinnerbaits a lot. They work. I've caught numerous fish on spinnerbaits. I believe the company is Northland. I got a few of theirs. Like I said, just in case the bite is on, I'm prepared for the situation. Got some big, I got a lot of willow leaves, all kinds of spinnerbaits. Like I said, just in case the bite's on, it's all about being prepared for the situation that arises. If I need them, I got them. Not that big into them, but have them to use. Got a few trailers for them. I usually throw flukes on the back. Works good for me. But just right now, detailing what I do have to fish with, considering that I'm rebuilding and everything. Like this color, love this color. It looks a lot like a bluegill. Can't tell. It has a little red, a little brown, black in it. And got some off the wall colors just in case for dark water, muddy water. I'll throw some trailers on them later. Old crappie spinnerbait, but you can catch a lot of bass crappie fishing. So spinnerbaits, I got them if I need them. Jigs. Love me some jigs. Got two on the dual rig. More of a swim bait style jigs. Love them to death. Nothing better than a swim jig. Got a few ready for some big fish. With some, I believe these are a big bite bait. Swim bait that I'm using for a trailer. On this one swim jig. Can't remember the name of all the swim jigs I got, but they're my favorite. Strike King with a Havoc subwoofer on the back. Big swim jig fan. Big multi-purpose jig fan. It's a swim jig, but I mean, I use it for crawling and everything. Net bait. Pack of chunk on the rear for a trailer. Love the pack of chunks. Got the itsy bitsy boo jigs with the pack of chunks, the small pack of chunks on them. Can't go wrong with them. Few, can't remember the name of each jig. Peanut butter and jelly. Bluegill brown color, another peanut butter and jelly that I had a strike on, ripped my leg off. Probably was a bluegill. But love jigs. Gonna always have some jigs to throw. And like I said, if the bite's on, I'm gonna be slinging it. As far as housing all these baits, I tend to run my spinnerbaits, my jerkbaits, and my top waters all in one box. My frogs, walk the dog baits, my props, my popper baits, all in one box. The plain old 360. I run labels so I know what they are when I'm doing this time to pull them out and go fishing, so it can be as organized as possible. Get the baits out and out and ready to use as quickly as possible. Run all my crankbaits. It's out of Bass Pro Shops, 360 box. clearly labeled crankbaits. Try to run on my deep divers on the bottom, my shad style baits, my swim baits, and my crankbait box, all my rattle trap, square bills, shallow baits all at the top, square bills across the middle, mid depth lures, to my deep diving lures, all housed in the 360 box. I gotta house them this way because I got a small bag that I use, and as far as the coax, I don't want to be bringing a whole bunch of, a big bag out there, and also a bunch of reels and rods. So I try to keep it as compact as possible. Got a smaller box, not sure about the size, but a Bass Pro Shop box from my jigs that I house all my jigs in. Yeah, I don't have many, but they work. The ones I got work. I know they catch fish, and this is what I house most of my hard baits in. 360 boxes. Excuse me, and a jig box, smaller jig box. I also got a terminal tackle box, but I mean, we don't need to go through hooks and weights and all of that stuff. But that's also in my bag. In a smaller box than a 360. But this is the box I run on my terminal tackle in. I also got some top water ribbit frogs in there, stuff that's already pre-rigged and ready to go. And that's how I house all this gear.